Good evening, review readers. It's Raisa again. I'm still live here at the Limpopo Results Operations Center. As you can see behind me, there are votes coming in already. At this point, the ANC are standing at 11, the EFF 8, DA 0, and the UDM has 2 votes so far. With me right now, I've got the EFF's Jossey Buthane. Jossey, thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much.
So, Jossey, can you take us through your day today and what your expectations are for the EFF here in Limpopo as well as nationally?
Look, we went through a very comforting day. It was a day of the EFF taking over. We are very happy with the reception we received from our people. In the morning, in my Ward 13, I was the first to vote. And then the Commander-in-Chief voted at 10, as scheduled. We were comforted by the numbers that welcomed us, not in person but on the ballot. There was commitment from senior citizens and young people. The Limpopo's election 2019 were very peaceful. We want to accept any number that will get us the EFF. The election mood was proper, and then we can say the elections went fair and square. It was free and fair elections. We all participated. We are happy to be part of these elections. People died without voting. We are a generation that is benefiting from a 1994 breakthrough. And we are saying we are not going to sell those that passed on soul. We are going to continue to fight so that the generation that comes when we are still alive and that comes even after we are gone will talk about us in attaining the economic freedom. And our people are now saying it loud. You can hear, you can see now. At this time, we are already at the national results. We are already having 8, and the ANC is having 11. That's 2-2. The ANC is used to an extreme comfort zone. At this time, it is used to be it alone on the screen. It tells you the confidence our people have and continues to grow in the EFF and for the EFF from our people. We are very happy. Look, other small organizations, well, we are happy that they are participating. That is the nature of democracy. You need to appreciate small parties coming. You need to appreciate ATM, the machine, the money machine organization coming. Is you appreciating democracy, because that's what our forebears fought for. We fought for one-party dominance. So it cannot be us now that refuses other smaller parties. People must have, in terms of our constitution, a right of association. They must decide on themselves who they want to vote for. The person our people decide to vote for is the person they believe will deliver their aspirations. And if they think that they don't want to give total power to one organization and then they will decide decisively later, you must give them that right. But what continues to worry us is when individuals continue to harass IEC people, is when group of people decide to threaten communities not to vote. And we're worried that the police lazy around taking a decision around such issues, because such individuals, such groups, such thugs define themselves outside the democratic system of South Africa. And there must never be an individual who, by any chance, thinks that is bigger or she's bigger than the democratic system of our country.
Now, you say that you had a smooth voting process this morning. There were 4 stations in Limpopo that weren't able to vote today. What are your thoughts on that?
That is exactly what I just talked about. That is exactly what I just spoke about, that you cannot have a group of people that decide on their own to disrupt elections and they are not dealt with decisively. The collapse of a center, for a center not to hold, is when you allow or lazy around taking a decision when it starts at a smaller scale. Because when it goes bigger, it's going to be difficult for you to handle it. That is what killed many countries. They allowed some small group to go around with unlicensed firearms, harassing people, and later on, that group becomes a rebel to that country. So this is what these people are doing. They are actually rebels. But now, those that on their own says who are not going to vote, they must know they are not making anyone a favor. The ANC is not a demigod of a service delivery. Now, if you do not vote, you are then saying the ANC must go back. You are saying the ANC must go back. You are saying the punishment you received of not getting a road must come back. You are giving them another license to punish you. All these parties gathered here, they can build a road for you. It's not only the ANC. By the way, it's not the ANC money that builds a road. It's not the ANC personnel that builds the road. So why do you say if the ANC did not build you a road, then you can't get a road? It's not Makoma that built. That Makoma Makrupeta you see of the ANC there, it's just a warm body on a chair. If I get another warm body from another organization, a capable organization like the EFF can build more houses.
Jossey, last question for you. The lowest percentage of registered voters for these elections came from the youth. What is your stance on that? Because most people say that the youth can make a difference with their votes, but they're not voting. What are your thoughts on that?
That's what we're talking about. When you find people undecided to even the last minute of voting, and in particular youth, they are insulting their future. They are destroying democracy. Our youth need to take full responsibility, full charge of their future. And by the way, voting is not just putting a cross on a paper. Voting is looking for work. Voting is writing your CV. Voting is saying, I want employment, I want business opportunity. Voting is saying, I want shelter. And that point, we must, as political party, take responsibility of teaching our young people that they need to carry on.
Well, thank you so much for joining us, and I know that you're going to be in the center for a while, so good luck with staying awake this evening, and good luck for the elections as well, for the results.
There is no way I'm not going to stay awake seeing beautiful people like you here. It's not going to be possible. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you very much, Jossey.
Can you also give me that line towards the end?
So there you have it from the EFF's Jossey Buthane. As you can see behind me here, results are starting to come in slowly but surely. The IEC say that most of the results that are coming in now are from the smaller voting stations here in Limpopo. So not many results are going to come through tonight. You'll see most of the results coming through a little bit earlier tomorrow morning. So stay tuned to review. We will keep you updated as much as we can, and make sure to visit our Facebook page. We've got lots of coverage from the elections with videos and photos. So make sure to check our Facebook page as well as our Twitter page and our Instagram at Polokwane Review. We have lots of photos up on our Instagram page. So from Raisa Kimi from the Review at the Limpopo Results Operations Center, I am saying good evening. And if you have voted and you took a thumb fee, that's what it's called, make sure to tag Review in your picture of your thumb fee so we can post it on our social media platforms. So from me to you, good evening and enjoy the rest of your night.